Read and practice. Last month, Zara, a 40-year-old woman, stood up in front of a microphone to read a speech that she had written herself. 6 years ago, she had to pay someone to read letters for her. The newly illiterate woman began her speech, "My name is Fatima Azara, but people call me Zara. I am from a small isolated village in the mountains." Then, with a huge smile on her face and her hands wildly animating her speech, she told the audience about how literacy changed her life. "My parents were poor," Zara says, "and it was hard for us to go to school." But poverty wasn't the only factor keeping Zara and her sisters from school. Zara was briefly enrolled in school but never learned to read or write. 2 events cut her off from formal education. First, both her sisters dropped out to get more read. "This angered my father," she said. "He didn't want to pay for our schooling if we were just going to get married." Then, her mother became ill and Zara had to care for her. "In our community, girls work as maids and boys work in the fields," she explained. "Parents just don't send their kids to school." With her few skills, Zara had trouble finding employment and eventually left for the big city to work in a textile factory. Money was not her only problem, she also lacked confidence. "I was shy and I was ashamed," she told the audience. Zara's life changed when her husband encouraged her to join a literacy circle run by an organization that works in partnership with the Ministry of Education. The group of 24 people learn to read together, gain livelihood skills, and learn about health and nutrition. The literacy circle works under the assumption that literacy is necessary for greater participation in economic, social, and political life. Zara credited the literacy circle with helping her gain the communication and managerial skills that enabled her to participate actively in her community. She smiles when describing one of her proudest accomplishments, a letter that her circle wrote to a health association asking for medical help for local children. As a result, 55 children who were gravely ill received medical treatment. Before, "We never had the possibility to do something like this ourselves," she added. Zara's success has encouraged other members of her family to start learning too. Her husband is now a part of her literacy circle, as are her 2 teenage sisters. Even her father has been convinced of the importance of learning. And the effects carry on to the neighborhood. She has become a symbol and an example of literacy success among organizations and ministry officials. They usually ask her to give speeches on her experience to encourage others to learn, study, and participate in community life.